All right, we're here at Brew Built Garage, and I bet you did not know it was a hangar as well. What the hell is going on here?
Well, some people would say I'm crazy.
Everybody who drives by here says he's crazy.
Right, and that's okay, because, well, I'd rather that than be boring. But no, this is a Gulfstream G159 or a G1, 1959 model. And the plan for it is to build, I'm building a 2-car garage out along where all these cars are right here. And that's going to house the Z and the Ferrari. Well, it needed a
character.
It needed a piece.
It needed something to talk about.
I just got this little airplane to throw in there, you know, like a coffee table or something. And we're going to paint this up and make it a bed, a bar, and the cockpit section is going to be a flight simulator area and just a cool place to sit and drink whiskey.
Right. And this is the stairway. It'll actually be down. That's how you'll get in it.
The plan is to have it like solidly on down, because I need the height as low as possible. I want it on the concrete and just chalked in place and maybe fastened to the wall. Well, the door will be cut at whatever height makes it open fully to make the first 2 steps level.
And then the wall will be here, so the end will be
it's going to butt up against the wall.
This will be up against the wall.
Yeah, the building is 18 feet long, or I'm sorry, deep, and this is 17, so pretty much have a foot or so, or a little bit less of aluminum to make it mate to the house or the building. And then the bed will be in this area, bar over here, and a little bit of storage. I'm probably gonna build a cabinet here that'll have some storage for cup glasses and things like that, and then the bar here in this section. Really nice. It's going to really cool inset LED lighting all the way down the top rail, kind of like much like the original airplane did. This was all originally the radio rack right here. Controls are up here, but the radios themselves were here. Autopilot, all the electronics for the plane were in this cabinet or whatever. So this will have lights under it, nice bar. This will be open, so it'll be nice and, you know, freer, open, more open looking. I wish I could open it right now because it's hot in here. It's like it's an aluminum tube basically, and it gets hot. They strip them out pretty good when they're about to scrap them. And this plane was going to get scrapped probably in the 90s, I guess, early 90s. And the friend who gave the plane to me was going to stick it out of his barn. Ken Richter's his name, and he had intentions of doing something crazy with it also, but never got around to it, and finally just said it's got to go. Hello there. So I have acquired the front third of the fuselage of a 1960 something Grumman G1, a Gulfstream, and I'm going to be using that in hopefully the new garage. I will document the project here. Today I went on phase 1, which was pick up some parts. So here are the captain's chairs. This one is after. You can see it's faded and ugly, but it's a lot cleaner than this. Now this one had the wheels sitting on it, so it's kind of, the foam is all messed up. I hope it fluffs back up, but anyway, I'm probably going to get these reupholstered anyway. Disassemble everything and paint all the metal parts. But yeah, this is what they look like coming out of the barn. Oh, actually, this looks a lot better because I had it in the back of the Humvee on the way home, and a bunch of the stuff blew off of it. The seatbelt retractors still work. Oh, that was hitting the thing right there. Huh, well, it did work. Maybe this one does. Yeah, there we go. That other one fell. Oh, I see, it's locked. This is the lock, I believe. So, there we go. Yeah, so it works. Kind of neat. Out here in the yard, in the driveway, I have the radar cone, the radome, the nose cone of the plane. Also couple of windows. These are standard windows, these two, right here and here. This other one, this one, is actually a hatch, an escape hatch. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna pressure wash all this stuff up. I have the two front nose wheels, and over here I have the nose gear strut. This one's kind of crazy, but I've done crazier. We're going to a friend's house to pick up the fuselage that I've been talking about. It's the front third of a Gulfstream G1 turboprop airliner, and got well, you can't see it, but behind me I have my friend Jim Jolly. He has a towing service and a body shop. Check him out if you need any body work done in Lafayette. And he's gonna help me tow it back to the house. We're gonna try to get it up on his rollback flatbed and somehow safely keep it from rolling around, because it's, well, it's huge.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell to let you know when new videos are live.
Yeah, it's getting a lot better in here. It was absolutely nasty. There was piles and thick layers of grass clippings and dirt under here, all kinds of spare parts. So slowly but surely working that stuff down to the bottom. I'll either wet vac it out. I even cleaned, I don't know if you can see it, but we'll see it later. No, it's kind of dark, but I cleaned off the remaining part of the air stair. So I took this piece off because it was kind of intruding into the floor in there. So probably just going to leave that out and leave the stair exposed. I might end up polishing those handrails again and making them look kind of cool. I haven't done much but a quick spray of the cockpit area. But now once all this is clean, I'm going to start to cut off things like those oxygen tank straps, any kind of bracket that intrudes like this one. into the just circle area of the aircraft, and but it's all eventually going to be Luan plywood. So it's hot, and I'm in a tube right there. So I'm gonna take a break and come back and start vacuuming out more of this stuff. It's 10 o'clock at night, and I am, well, I did a little bit of cleaning, cleaned the outside, just figured it was time to come in here and check this thing out. So what I did was I put a folding chair in. I've done a little bit of cleaning and neatening up of, I gotta get around this chair 1 second. So I put just a regular old Academy folding chair in here just so I could sit at somewhat of a cool level. And wow, this is crazy. Sitting in the cockpit of a Gulfstream G1. You can see some of the panels are still intact. Some of the stuff is kind of busted up for whatever oh look, this is where the pilots used to put their whiskey drink to hold it while they fly. This panel here is kind of falling down. I'm gonna have to fix that, paint all this. Let me move up just a little bit. There we go. So anyway, the end number is on the dashboard, the panel, and I can't find it yet. So wow, the rudder pedals are frozen. The trim wheels, elevator trim is frozen. It moves a little bit. The yoke moves forward and back, which is kind of neat. Makes all kinds of squeaky noises and whatnot, but it will not turn. Thankfully, it froze almost level because it looks kind of cool. Just sitting in the cockpit here, and I set that light up in the back just as a glow because it's 10 o'clock at night, but I wanted to come in here and check it out for the first time. I got this window open. This is the pilot side window. I think it slides forward after it's open like this. I haven't figured the whole track out, but anyway, all of the engine management controls are still in here. The throttles, for whatever reason, throttles have been cut off. The mixture levers are still here, and let's see, I don't remember what these are. I checked them out earlier, but they're still here. No knobs. This is the only one with a knob on it, and it is a I can't read it. Anyway, I'll check that out later. But it's it has some sort of lock on it. Anyway, okay, so this is props. This is prop feathering. These are would-be throttles, and they're gone. No big deal. Not too worried about that. Kind of cool. Flap gauge is there. Looks like these are oil pressure, oil temp. It's a twin engine turboprop was, and so here you have your RPMs and such for each individual engine, and then the other side is your oil pressure, oil temp, how much fuel, and let's see, fuel temp and fuel quantity. So anyway, I'm kind of in awe here. I'm sitting in this cockpit looking at all this amazing stuff, and looking forward to doing a restoration and making something cool out of this.
And here are the seats.
Yeah.
You're going to use these again, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them back in. The upholstery is good enough. It's faded, but it's such good material. It's kind of like grandma's sofa material, you know, that really heavy tweed, and it's in such good shape. And it's a little discolored, but it's intact. So I'm gonna put all the original stuff back in it.
You hear all these rappers these days talking about a G7 and all those. This is the G1.
Yeah,
This is the OG G1.
that's right. The first Gulfstream. It was a pretty popular. I don't know how many they made, but it was a pretty popular business jet. I think from what Ken was telling me, they retired them because of fuel tank issues. The fuel tanks were sealed units inside the wing, and Jet A, kind of like diesel, gets the parasites in it.
Yeah.
The worms or whatever gets in it. And that was giving them problems with the fuel system because they couldn't really clean the tanks.
Well, we wanted to show you guys the plane, and I'm speechless.
I don't know. I have a plan, but I'm not a carpenter, and you know, we'll just see. I'll make it happen very slowly.
As you have seen in past videos, he already has a building with an airplane in it. And I don't doubt that he will have another. This will not sit here for 30 years like the last guy.
No, I'd scrap it first. I mean, or sell it before I let it go to waste.
We're gonna follow the progress, and someday we'll be in a building right here with a Ferrari and a Z and a G1.
Yeah, can't wait for that day.
Usually I'd say drive it, but I mean,
well, it ain't flying again.
yeah.
So
don't fly it, don't drive it.
I guess if you dropped it out of an airplane, it would fly.
Drop an airplane out of an airplane?
Then it would fly for one last time.
We're not going to do that.
I wouldn't want to ride.
Well, until next time, buckle up, put it in gear, drive it.